bevo.com.
Matthew, we've seen other UK mobile operators being bought by other multinational telecom companies. So, for example, Orange and France Telecom. And I think they probably struggled a little bit more than the O2 and Telefonica deal. So why do you think, I mean, O2 seems to have gone from strength to strength under Telefonica. So A, why do you think that success is there? And what are the sort of the benefits of being associated or being owned by a company like Telefonica?
Mm-hmm. It's funny because I was reflecting with Peter Erskine, who was my predecessor in the job the other day. We've now been part of Telefonica for almost 4 years, which was almost as long as O2 were independent post-BT, before Telefonica bought us. So
right.
4 years under Telefonica, 4 years out of BT as O2. And both periods have been tremendously successful for us. I think the first thing is that when Telefonica bought us, they actually recognised our strengths and wanted to play to our strengths and didn't impose their operating model on us. So a classic example was actually the week they bought us, César Alierta, who's the chairman of Telefonica, actually flew to Slough to see us. We weren't summoned to Madrid to see him. He flew to Slough to see us, met the board, just by himself, no minders or anything like that, and created the right environment straight away that actually this is he would always talk about a partnership or a merger. Now, they bought us, but he would always talk about a partnership or a merger. And then the way that the whole process was implemented, it was clear that he'd recognised some special things in O2 and our DNA around the customer focus or the customer experience or our bold commercial approach, and he wanted to use that and embrace that within Telefonica. But the other thing he wanted to do was give some of Telefonica's great strengths to us, and it was a real. I think the first natural behaviour when someone buys you is to put the shutters up and say thank you very much. We're happy over here. You may have bought us, but we're over here. Yeah. Actually, go and embrace that company because and both ways. Telefonica embraced O2 and O2 embraced Telefonica. So. Great product knowledge. We were just starting out on broadband. We had very little knowledge of broadband. Telefonica had run broadband in virtually every country in Latin America and in Spain. So great product knowledge that we got from them. Great scale. So Telefonica today has 260 million customers, 90 million of which are in Europe, 45 million of which are with me under the O2 banner. So we've just got another 215 million customers to help us from a scale perspective, whether that's product development or whether that's pure buying synergy. So really important there as well. And the third is the organisational model. Make sure the organisational model is fit for purpose, that actually you play to both organisation strengths. So we were commercially very, very good, from a marketing perspective, very, very good. Were we always the best financially driven company as far as sort of eking out deals and buying to our maximum? Not necessarily. So what we've done is a lot of our purchasing on the bigger items is now done by Telefonica. The items that are not in country or market specific, it's done by Telefonica. We've had huge purchasing benefits out of that, huge product benefits from their product knowledge, but also recognise that if you're delivering a customer experience, give the in-country management complete flexibility to deliver that customer. Like I was talking on the O2, never impose customer experience on in-country management because the in-country management will know their customers better than you do. Telefonica recognise that, so what we do in Spain is different to what we do in the UK, which is different to what we do in Germany, which is different to what we do in Ireland, because actually we're in a very different market position and the customers are very different in each of those countries. So don't impose one size fits all. Really important as far as that flexible management model is concerned.
Right, but rather impose guidelines and principles and behaviours like the customer experience one that you've mentioned, etc., etc. Really play to strengths. And as you said, it's quite nice there was no ego associated with the fact that we're acquiring you. He's using the term merger, partnership, etc., etc., and the flexibility.